For the number one female rapper of all time, that's Nicki Minaj and Starship. This is Johnny's House, 724. It is a Thursday morning, and it's going to be a lot of sunshine today. Gusty winds, though, 25 miles an hour. 87 is the high, 69 right now. All right, it is time for the throwback game. That's where we ask you questions from back in the day. And all you got to do is get the most right. And if you do so, we're going to hook you up with XL 1067 Summer Splash. Is happening May 3rd at Aquatica. It's the biggest beach party in Orlando, and you definitely want to go. If you want to buy tickets, you can go to xl1067.com and do so. First thing you must do is meet our contestants from Kissimmee Retail Management. First time player. Let's say good morning to Jason. Hey, Jason, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you guys?
Good. So this is the first time you're playing. What was it about this morning to say, you know what, I'm going to try to do this thing?
I had the time on the way to work, and I was like, let's give it a call.
Now, you've been listening for a long time, and now's the time you say you can win this thing.
Yeah, I'm trying it. Yep, for sure.
All right. So we're going to start out. These are movie premises, and these movies all star Michael B. Jordan. Listen closely. The title may be in there somewhere. All right. T'Challa is the heir of to the hidden but advanced kingdom of Wakanda. Must step forward to lead his people into the new future and must confront a challenger from the country's past.
Black Panther.
Black Panther is correct. You got the point. All right. This one, the Fantastic Four must learn to harness their new abilities and work together to save the Earth from a former friend turned enemy.
Fantastic Four.
Easy. All right, Nerese, music time.
All right, Jason, we're going to play you a song. Just give me the name of the artist or the title of the song.
Baby. Don't be so quick to don't walk away. Come on, dance with me. I wanna rock your body, rock your body. Come on, dance with me.
Jason.
Justin Timberlake.
That is correct.
Very good. Let's do it
Here's
again.
the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, baby, can't you see? Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long.
What you got?
Stacy's mom.
That is
Very
correct.
good. That was the easy part of the contest. Now it gets a little harder. Miss Ray, what you got?
Okay, what is the name of the 1990s fad toy that was a handheld digital pet?
Tamagotchi.
Good job.
Yeah,
I have
mine
one in my
died.
backpack right now.
You got one in your
that's
backpack?
right.
I do, yeah.
Mine
I've never
died.
had one.
Yeah, mine didn't make it.
True or false? DVDs were introduced in the 1980s.
True.
That is false.
Oh, no.
It was the late 90s.
We didn't get that one right.
The 90s.
All right, let's go with some TV, bro.
All right. This reality show started in 2009, and it follows the day-to-day work at the world-famous gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas.
Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars is correct,
Very
sir.
good.
And on Friends, Phoebe's most popular song is about a smelly animal. What animal is it about?
Oh, Smelly Cat.
Yes.
Wow, you got 7 out of 8. You missed one. Good job, though.
Thank you.
All right, let's see if you can win. All right, healthcare works in the healthcare industry, representing Orlando. Let's say good morning to Richard. Richard, good morning.
I'm in trouble. So let's go.
And Richard, you played this game before.
Yes, I'm 1-0, but I won with 5 correct answers. So this is problematic.
Now that last round, how'd you do?
Oh my goodness, he beat me.
You ready to give up already?
No, I'm ready to go, but he beat me on my last round. I'll say that.
All right, here we go. Michael B. Jordan. You do know who that is, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What movie is this? The former world champion Rocky Balboa serves as a trainer and mentor to Adonis Johnson, the son of his late friend and rival Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed?
Yeah, it's called Creed. I'll give you that because I got a feeling you're going to lose this thing. All right. Here's another one. A rogue AI kidnaps the son of LeBron James. Then he has to work for the Looney Tunes to win a basketball game to do some space jams in space.
Space Jam.
Okay. That's as easy as I can do to give it to you.
Right.
Nerese.
All right, Richard, you know the deal. We're going to play you a song. Give me the title or the artist.
Now that she's back in the atmosphere with drops of Jupiter in her head.
Richard.
Jupiter.
I need the full title.
Jupiter in her hair.
Oh,
No,
geez,
no.
It's drops of Jupiter.
Well, you got to run the table now to win.
All right, well, here's the next song.
I think you can do it. You have one shot, one opportunity.
You got this.
You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot.
Richard.
That's Eminem.
There we go.
All
See?
right.
Told you.
Again, you got to run the table. Ray's looking kind of funny. She said, I don't even know what the question is, but I got $2 so you don't get it right.
I'm gonna delete
Right.
my questions now because I know
Oh my
you ain't,
God.
you ain't gonna get to
I
them.
got a feeling. I don't even know what the question is. I have not seen Ray sheet, but I don't think that you're going to get this. But go ahead, Ray.
Okay. True or false?
50-50 shot, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Windows 95 was released in 1995.
That is true.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
it
Richard. All right.
A lot of
All
people
right.
learned something today.
So scared for this one.
Okay.
Which movie made fashion trends like knee-high socks, plaid skirts, and platform shoes popular, and the sayings "whatever" and "as if"?
Would that be Clueless?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, B.
All right.
Here we go.
This show started in 2010. When rent is not paid on a storage locker for 3 months, contents can be sold by an auctioneer as a single lot of items in a cash-only auction on what TV show?
Oh, I know this show. I can't think of it.
Yep.
I need an answer.
Storage Wars?
Yes, that is correct,
Oh,
sir.
wow.
Now, this one is for the tie.
All right.
Here we go.
It's multiple choice. On Saved by the Bell, what was the mascot at Bayside High? Were they the Condors, the Wildcats, or the Tigers?
I believe they were the Wildcats.
You are wrong, sir.
No.
They were the Tigers.
The Tigers, man.
Dang it.
West Beverly was the Wildcats.
Yeah. Good try, though, Richard.
That was good.
Good try.
Did better than I thought.
You did a lot
did.
better.
No, you hung in there till the end.
All right. Good job on that, man. You know, you can call back and try again. You're 1-1.
All right.
You have a good
Appreciate
day.
y'all.
You too. Thank you for playing. Jason, congratulations. You are the winner. You got some Summer Splash tickets May 3rd at Aquatica. If you want to go, all you have to do is go to xl1067.com. You can buy your tickets there. Congratulations, Jason.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about Bring Your Kid to Work Day on Johnny's House. 7:35, Johnny's house, mostly sunny and 87 breezy, and Razor still 69. It's got a little cooler.
67.
67 right now. Today is what, Brian?
It is Bring Your Kids to Work Day.
I didn't know that.
It used to be a big thing around here. They made a
everybody should
big deal of it.
I'm glad my kid didn't know because he'd have asked.
Yeah.
No.
My son used to come here.
Yeah.
Bring Your Kid to Work Day.
Yeah.
And now he works here, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I don't want my son to get bitten by that bug.
Yeah. Well, he didn't forever. My son had no desire. And then all of a sudden he did.
Okay.
So
I want to find out if you've ever participated growing up or go to work with your parents. My father worked in construction. My dad did pretty much like what Ray's dad does now, and he didn't want me to touch it.
Yeah.
I would go with him to help out, and he's like if I needed money for like track shoes, he's all right, will you come with me tonight? And I had to carry some buckets in and get water and stuff like that. But to sit down and teach me, he said, nope. I said, well, Dad, I mean, you take pride in your work. I mean, that's one thing about my dad, even though he worked in construction, but he took pride in his work, you know, and he's like, I don't want you to learn this because if you learn this, you'll use it as a fallback on it. And I don't want you to do this kind of work. He said, look at me, son. I go home dirty every day.
Yeah.
Because I got construction. I'm doing construction work and I don't want that. But I'm like, Dad, at least show me so I can do it for myself.
Right.
He's like, nope, would not show me at all. And my mom would say, oh, I'm not taking you. Yeah, people over there playing. I'm in here working.
True.
I'm from a different time.
Yeah.
In life.
Well, yeah, because here they turned it into a big thing. Like they
Yes.
had lunch for them and everything like that.
That's awesome.
Ray, would you bring your kids in here?
I would bring him in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. But then probably only for a minute.
Which I waited till my son was older, like he was 9. So
Yeah.
then he could look and understand things versus just
Yeah.
wanting to play.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't.
No.
I brought him in when he was younger just to see people,
Yes.
but not to actually shadow anything.
Yeah, I've brought them in here before when I needed to do work like afterwards,
Uh-huh.
and I let them get on the mic and sing their songs.
I saw that.
Remember that?
I saw that.
So, I mean, they would have fun. Growing up, my mom was a dispatcher for AAA for a
Mhm.
long time.
Okay.
And I went to work with her, and
Did you?
it was so boring. I just remember sitting under her desk being like, are we done yet?
Now, because I've seen this on TV shows, are you like in this one room and you can just walk around with a headset on?
Yes.
Is it really like
Yeah,
that?
and they
It's
had
like our sales area. The
yes,
cubicles.
exactly.
Yeah.
And they had like their little cubicles and their
Really?
headsets. And yeah.
I thought that was just on television.
No.
And you walk
Mm-mm.
around and get some water. Hi, 911.
Yes.
What's your emergency?
Yeah. But she was a AAA
Oh, she's
dispatcher.
AAA.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was, It's
Wow.
cool now that I look at it, but when I was there, it's just like,
Of course you-
phone's ringing again.
They always ask when I call AAA, are you in a safe place?
Yeah.
And I always lie because I know if you say you're in a safe place,
They'll take their time. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh,
John-
yeah.
Johnny be on Park Avenue. No, it ain't safe here, man.
Yo, talk about a life hack.
Let me tell
Seriously.
you, the reason you're in here, I had to call AAA once because I blew a tire on I-4
Uh-huh.
and I didn't get out of the car.
No, he sat in the car while they changed his tire.
Oh no!
With this-
What?
I didn't
What
feel
was it?
safe.
Just
I
like
didn't
because of
feel-
the highway, you were too hot.
didn't
Like,
feel
No, he's too fancy.
I didn't feel safe.
Yeah.
Safe.
Didn't feel safe.
I said, change my tire, peasant,
My man goes,
while I sit in my Mercedes
My man
in the
said-
air condition.
say, would you like some water? I would. Jink, jink. It was hot. What was I supposed to do?
He brought you water?
Yeah, that's
Oh
what they
my
do at
No,
AAA.
son.
Oh,
Oh my
They
God.
give
What is he,
you
a
water.
waiter?
No, that's what they do at AAA. They give
I
you,
know,
they
but
offer
like-
you water.
You should get out.
It was hot. It was dangerous.
Oh, dear God.
What am I supposed to do on I-4?
drink the water outside.
Yeah, the water's gonna get hot. Then that's a lose-lose situation.
He's doing it for
It's I'm sure he was happy. I just sat there. He jacked the car up. I was tilted for a little while.
That's so unsafe.
He's like, damn, this thing's car's way heavier than it needs to be. Jeez.
I gave him a couple dollars.
Yeah, for the water
Makes
bottle.
it all right.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Nerese, you
Oh
go to work?
yeah,
Okay, what
I
did you-
loved going to my dad's work. He was a locksmith at the Waldorf Astoria when I was growing up, and
Really?
it was the facility was like designed for like luxurious high end like customers and stuff. So they always took care of the kids whenever it was like take your child to work day. So it was a lot of fun. They had activities for us. We would
back
make
then,
stuff at the pool.
Back then, every hotel had a key lock. If you're a locksmith, then you just pick
Well,
them-
there's other places they had to fix stuff. I just,
okay.
I mean, this
Okay.
is large.
They probably don't.
facility.
They probably outsource it now. There's
Yeah,
probably no such
yeah.
thing
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. So you used to enjoy it because they used to hook y'all up.
Yeah, it was fun.
All
Like
right.
a field
My
day
mom
for
took me to work because we had no childcare.
I knew that was
She was on checkout line 8 at Zares, and I was just sitting there.
Brian said his mom called to work and said, "Hey, listen, I don't have child." He said, "Bring him, bring
I
him."
spent way too much time at Zares when I was a kid, right over in Sanford.
They had those little machines that you could play with, right? Where you get for the quarter, you get like the bouncy
They would
balls.
give me free. The video game I remember in the little lobby area
Yeah.
it was a movie called Krull, Krull.
Okay.
There was a video game that went with it, and that's what they had in the lobby there. So the manager would pop it open and give me some free credits. So I could just sit in the lobby for hours and play video games while my mom was out there ringing people up on
Hey,
aisle 8.
that was a good boss. He was like, "Listen, I need my employee here.
Right.
Bring your child."
Yeah, and that was like my mom's third job. So
Yeah, see, then somebody sued. Now you're liability, and now you can't bring
if
them.
I'd have known, I'd have found a way to sue.
I want to find out if you have participated or participating today and bring your child to work. And if you did, what did you do? And if you went to work with your parents, did you say, you know what, this is what I want to do, like Brian's son, and follow in their footsteps? Or you would never do what your parents do for a living? Got a couple questions for you. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, XL Mobile 41067, live stream, social media. We want to hear from you. Bring your kid to work day. You participate in it. Now, do you follow your parents' footstep, or you would never do what they do? 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. I want to hear from you now, so call us. This is Johnny's House. Squabble up. 751 Johnny's house.
XL1067.
With the high of 87, 67 right now. Take your kid to work day. You want to find out if you participated. If so, did you end up doing what your family does, like the family business, or you would never do that? We want to hear from you from Orlando. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Johnny. First time caller.
Hey! First time caller. You know what's up. We got a first time caller number just for you. Whenever you call back, you give your first time caller numbers, which we don't. Y'all never do. But anyway, we're going to give it to you anyway. Nerese, what's that number?
It is 5065.
What is your number, Richard?
5065, sir.
Richard, we want to personally welcome you to Johnny's house.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Welcome.
I think I had the pleasure to participate and facilitate at least bring your kid to work day. I think it gives great exposure to like whatever profession. So when I was 6, my mom owned a bakery, and I loved it because all we would do was butter buns and bakeries. I never chose that profession. I definitely enjoyed the wait. I loved it.
I would love to do that, man, because I'm like, look, if you bake 10 cookies, I get one.
Exactly. You got to taste it. You got to definitely taste it. I ended up being a nurse practitioner here in Orlando.
Okay.
So I worked on that. And then I was able to bring my 6-year-old son now to work on like some of the half Saturdays. He would hang out, watch Disney in the lobby room, draw, things like that.
You mean, you didn't let him sit in the room with you? And somebody, look, I got this pain right here.
No, unfortunately not, because the kids were sick and I don't want to break him. But I let him enjoy the lobby area and do that. But he always, jokes around like, go take care of the babies. I know you're taking care of the babies, things like that too. So I think it helps inspire and expose them to different professions.
Now, I think there's more germs in that waiting room.
It probably is, Johnny. I would definitely make sure you wash I told him, make sure you wash your hands. Soap and water. That helps out everybody. Soap and water. I kid you not, Johnny. So, but thank you guys.
Hey, don't be a stranger. Now you're part of the family.
I appreciate it.
All
you
right.
guys have a good morning.
You
okay?
too. Thanks for calling, Richard. All right.
No problem.
Bye-bye. Let's see here. From Ocala, Valerie, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
All right. Bring your kid to work day. Participate.
All right. So I'm like Brian's mom. I'm a single mom of 3. Mm-hmm. So I occasionally bring either all 3 of them or especially my 6-year-old with me to work. I'm a receptionist at a dealership. And sometimes I got to call the sales associates up to greet the customer.
Yes.
And I would let her use the speakerphone, and so she can call up the customer. Like, for example, Johnny, you have guests at the lobby, and she would say that over the PA. I think it's the most cutest and funnest thing.
I would think a car dealership would be fun because I can be sitting in the cars going.
So I was telling Johnny, my mom was also a receptionist at a car dealership back in the day for a minute, and she would take me to work there too.
Yeah.
And the salesman would mess with me all day. They would lock me in the trunks of cars and stuff.
Oh my gosh. She's laughing.
Yes.
See, that stuff builds character. It builds character.
Does it?
Yes. And then growing up, I was, while I was on hold, I was remembering that. So my mom worked at night, late at night, from 2 to 6 in the morning at a hotel. But my dad worked from home. So I would help him. He's a mechanic. I would help him fix some cars.
Really?
It's pretty cool.
No,
yes.
All you need to do is like, hand me the socket wrench. Yeah. Wow. That's pretty cool. Well, Valerie, thank you for calling. You have a beautiful day. Okay.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. And let's see. Dustin. Good morning, Dustin.
Good morning, Johnny.
All right. So participate and bring your kid to work today?
I did when I was a kid. My mom was a nurse at a hospital, and it was not for me.
I know that they let you follow her, or what did they put you in the waiting room?
No, we were in the patient's rooms and everything. This was, before 2006. This is a long time ago.
Oh my goodness,
Johnny.
Oh my goodness, man, I can imagine.
And I remember there was one particular lady, elderly lady, and she ripped the IV out of her arm.
Oh my gosh.
And she cut the phone off the cord, and she said they're trying to drug me, and it's not for me. I realized that I don't like any type of body fluids. There was people puking. It was really gross.
How old were you, Dustin?
Oh, probably 14, 13.
That's scarring.
Yeah, that's PTSD right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Dustin. Thanks, man. Ray, what they say?
There is somebody that is they have an 8-year-old that's actually going to AAA today with their dad.
All right.
So they have a whole day planned for them.
Wow. And B.
Let's see. XL Mobile powered by attorney Dan Newland in a wreck. Need a check? It's a no-brainer. Just call attorney Dan Newland. Someone said my son is learning how to, quote, work remotely.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
It's just a day home.
Right. He's working remote.
Good for them.
I love it. All right. Ray, celebrity news.
Fire Festival finally scrapped.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got details.
3 minutes away, y'all.
Coming up in just 3 minutes, Lady Gaga.
Bruno Mars.
Shine with a Smile. XL 1067. Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, celebrity news is sponsored by Fairwinds Credit Union. Billy McFarland, the dude behind Fire Festival, the brand, he is officially scrapping the second Fire Festival.
What I was going to. I had my tickets ready.
Everything was going so well.
Where was the location?
Mexico.
It was to be determined, right?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, he said that he is announcing that Fire Festival 2 is scrapping because obviously this brand is bigger than any one person and bigger than what I'm able to
He's a
lead on my
salesman.
own. He is
Definitely a salesman.
Or a liar.
Or in
Yeah.
denial.
Yes, all of the
Major
all of the
manipulative.
above.
Yeah.
He said it's a movement and deserves a team with the scale, experience, and infrastructure to realize its potential. He goes, I can't risk a repeat of what happened in Playa del Carmen.
No.
Because obviously their support quickly turned into public distancing once media attention intensified. So obviously he can't find a location. That's what it sounds like. And nobody wants to jump on board because Fire Festival 1 was BS.
I still love the photos of those cheese sandwiches.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
Seriously.
So crazy. I mean, the original Fire app is a great idea. I don't know why he got away from that.
That's true.
The Fire
Yeah.
app was pretty smart. It was supposed to be an app where you, a regular person, could go online and book an artist, an act, whatever, directly through the app to come to your private thing.
Yeah.
Because that no one knows how to do that. That's
Nope.
very hard to do.
Yeah.
And was going to cut out the whole booking agent and all that stuff. And then he's like, okay, well, let's make a festival to launch it. Which, again, smart.
Yeah.
But he didn't have any of the logistics.
Yeah.
So tickets went on sale in February of this year, starting at $1,400 and soaring up to
Did
$25,000.
it say how many people bought them?
No, it doesn't
No.
say. But he's just like, I'm sure many people think that I'm crazy for doing this again, but I would feel crazy if I didn't do it. But now he's just backing away.
The first one, he did a sizzle reel that was so amazing.
Yes, he had so many celebrities.
yeah.
I want to say Kendall Jenner.
Yeah.
was in
Oh,
it.
yeah. But all of them came up that was on the record going, I didn't know what it was for. I thought I was just getting a little check.
Well, and when they saw one of them, they're like, "Why? I'm going to do it if they're doing
Yep.
it."
Mhm.
And then bands were like, "Well, if it's that
That's
big,
big. I
I'll
wanna
do
do
it."
He just says we have a long way to rebuilding trust, obviously.
Yeah, you do.
And we rebuilt momentum and we've proved one thing about it. He said fire is one of the most powerful attention engines in the world. I'm like, okay.
He's
It
saying
definitely
that.
got people's
It's
attention.
a questionable engine. That's why people are like,
So he's saying all that to say, I ain't doing it anymore.
I remember it was Blink 182 that blew it up at first. They posted that morning,
yeah.
"We're not getting on the plane." So
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
you're headed that
I
way,
remember that morning, yeah.
understand we will not be there. And everyone's like, "Wait a second, what?"
The one thing I'll give to him is that he was there that morning.
he was.
Knowing that it was gonna fall apart,
Oh my God.
he was there.
Remember the water dude?
Yes.
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 That said he did things for water.
Yes.
He said I'd have done it.
Excuse
for him.
me?
He said
Oh,
for him I would have done it.
In the documentary, he was talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
doing dirty things for water.
For cases of water, because
Yeah.
I mean, it had turned into like every man for himself, like
Yes.
Lord of the Flies
It
type
did.
stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Also,
Yeah.
this is really cool. The Tennessee Board of Parole just recommended that Jelly Roll receive a full pardon.
Okay.
So he's really been open about his felony convictions for aggravated assault, but they would no longer be on his record,
Mhm.
which would be really cool. So Jelly said at his parole hearing, I want to be an inspiration for people who are now where I used to be. So
Mhm.
obviously he's got, drug felony convictions. He's got so many different past crimes that he was a part of. And the board now is suggesting or recommending that Jelly receive a full pardon, meaning that the past crimes would no longer be on that record.
See, he can go speak at prisons and go, hey, I was you.
Yeah.
And this is where I am. You can too.
Yeah. So 1 year ago, he said that he wrote the governor asking for a full pardon. And he said for Jason DeFord, which is his real name.
Mhm.
And he said today the board unanimously recommended his pardon and it's now in the hands of the governor.
Okay. All right. That's good stuff. All right. Weird stories that are true on the way right here on Johnny's House. you. 808 is Johnny's house. 67 right now. 87 is our high. Mostly sunny and breezy. Brian, give me some of them weird stories, man.
Well, today's weird stories all come from space, ironically.
Okay.
I didn't plan it that way. That's just the way they are when I was reading through some stuff today.
Okay.
So there is this giant, like, layer of diamonds, they say, in space right now on the planet Mercury. So NASA's Messenger spacecraft went up to collect some data from Mercury. They found a 10-mile thick layer of diamonds.
Oh my gosh.
So they think, and this is where it nerds out a little bit, Mercury's earlier history, a carbon-rich magma ocean cooled using lighter carbon to rise and form graphite on the surface.
Yes.
With heavier carbon sinking to the bottom to crystallize into diamonds. And so now there's a 10-mile thick layer of diamonds. Obviously, you can't get to it.
Yeah.
And if you could, it would make diamonds worthless because there would be so many of them.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
So I don't know that's ever going to happen, but that's one of the reasons everyone thinks Elon Musk is trying to get to space.
Because he knows something's up there.
There's that, and there's also a planet that's supposed to have like literally quadrillions worth of gold.
Oh my goodness.
It's an asteroid, and they're like, I know what he's doing. He's trying to get to it so he can get all this gold before the rest of us can get to it.
Gives me the gold,
right? So I'm not sure if we're gonna now try to go to Mercury and get some diamonds, but I wouldn't be shocked because money.
Wow.
This is crazy. You know, Elon Musk is shooting little satellites into space all the time.
Every day.
Well, now you can buy your own satellite. United Space Corp, Sports Corp is now offering a satellite for $5.5 million. It's a package. You get a military grade satellite. It's called the Black Star 1000. It includes the satellite itself, launch into low Earth orbit via SpaceX, ground control station. It's equipped with AI powered data centers, cryptocurrency wallet, Earth observation and space viewing cameras, secure communications, and solar panels.
And what can you do with it?
It's basically removing you from the physical grid because you now have your own grid. If you've got $5.5 million, you can do it.
I don't like it.
Me either. Unless I can spy on people's houses from space.
Of course, you're such a creeper.
Well, it's going to allow you to track private
What else
jets.
are you going to use it for, Ray? What else are you going to use it
Not
for?
voyeurism.
You ever tried?
No, I don't own binoculars like you.
I don't believe it's going to have the zoom capabilities like that. It's basically to provide what they call digital sovereignty. So you can now get off the grid and you don't have to rely on anyone else for anything because they
you got the phone,
you've got internet, you've got phone, you've got everything. It's got an AI center up there. Your crypto wallet's up there.
That's not cost efficient, though.
If you're rich, it's $5.5 million for you to send it up. Like if you wanted to buy your own island and literally bounce, for $5.5 million, you've got your own satellite in space.
Yeah.
Like you
People
do
are
all these
bitching
crazy
about
things.
paying $100 for cable. Yo,
No, people like you and I are. Rich people don't bitch about nothing.
But see, during the pandemic, a lot of the rich people left to islands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now you can.
And if
hit
something
everything.
goes sideways and we do get attacked, like on the grid, all that stuff, you're off the grid, like literally off the grid because you have your own satellite. And if you want to spy on people like Johnny,
look,
zoom
man,
in real close.
I live downtown. Everybody had binoculars and looked in other people's.
Everybody.
Everybody. If you've ever seen high rise in New York, people got the ones that you look at stars and they're looking in people's
they're
houses.
looking at stars.
No, they're not.
That's called a
they're
telescope.
Not they're looking in other people's houses.
I've seen them on TV. They point straight up towards the sky.
I ain't gonna lie, it was very interesting. I saw a lot of interesting things, and every Sunday about 6:20, I'd pull the binoculars out.
If you had $5.5 million laying around, you buy the satellite, wouldn't you? I would.
But first, you know what? I got to get. That would be the last thing I buy. I got to get the island first, and then get everything set on that island.
Boy,
and then
let me win Powerball. I'm gonna have my own satellite.
What was that? What was that statement you say? I wouldn't tell you, but there'd be signs.
Right.
Yeah. Seriously.
I wouldn't tell you I won, but there'd definitely be some signs.
Me having my own satellite is the first sign.
So I don't pay any cable bill. I got all channels. Which ones? All of them.
All of them.
Every single channel on earth. I have it. All right, it's time for the suggestion box. That's where we go to you and say, hey, you listen to the show. Do you have any suggestions or things we should do more, bring back, or changes we should make? And one of you for giving us a great suggestion got a $25 gift card to Tijuana Flat. Tijuana Flats is turning 30 and they're celebrating 3 decades of bold flavor and fun with a deal you do not want to miss. $25. Suggestion box is open. We'd like to talk to you so you can tell us exactly what changes you want or things you'd like to bring back. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. You can't get through, you can text. Our XL Mobile is 41067. Live stream, social media. Suggestion box is open. This is your show. Tell us what you want more of, and we'll try to bring it to you on Johnny's House. Orlando's number one hit music station is XL 1067. It's 825. Ray, what's our current temperature we're looking at right now, ma'am?
72.
72, high to 87, mostly sunny and breezy today. All right, we call this the suggestion box. This is your show. You listen every day, driving to work, at home, whatever you're doing. And we want you to make sure that we're on course to do what you would like us to do. Things you like things you like to bring back, things you want more of, you let us know. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. And for some just suggestions, $25 gift card to Tijuana Flats. All right, let's go to Longwood. Danny, is that right?
Hello,
Hey, what's your name?
Diani.
Deani. How you doing, Deani?
Good.
Okay. Deani, you're on the radio right now. Are you at school? What are you doing? You call the play on the radio? You pranking us? What's up?
No, I'm in the car.
Oh, you're in the car. All right. What do you want to say?
I suggest that you guys should prank call people. Yeah.
We should prank call people.
Well, let me explain why we can't do that. Back in the day, you could just call someone and put them on the radio and prank them. But there's rules now. If you call someone, if I was to call you, Deani, I would have to say, you're on the radio, okay? Or I let you know you're on the radio live. And at that point, that takes the prank away.
Yeah, you can't cold call people like that anymore.
Yeah.
Without telling them. They can sue you for it.
Yeah, you can't do that
So
anymore.
if you ever hear anyone do that, they're lying.
They're lying.
Mm-hmm.
If someone said, hey, let's call so-and-so, they've called them in advance to clear that they can put them on the air, because if you put them on the air, they got to have knowledge of that, or not, they can sue you. But back in the day, you just call people. I ain't just call anybody's house. Who is this? Your refrigerator running? Go get it.
Better go get it.
Yeah. All right. Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second.
They were fun, though. I mean, back when you were allowed to do it, they were fun.
I mean, you know what? There were some DJs that went so severe, they were calling people, talking about somebody had been harmed or hurt, and they're chuckling and somebody's crying, and you're like, no.
I used to screen calls on a night show when I was an intern down the hall, and he had like the most creative.
Yeah.
They would basically, you had to call a place, and we would give you a word, and you had to get them to say that word.
Yeah.
Live on the air. And it would be a random word that had nothing to do with their establishment.
We used to do here, we call it a nooner, where you would have to call your mate and convince them to come home. And but they didn't know. So when you called them, it's like, hey, honey, what are you doing? About to go to work. Why don't you stay home from work today? Really? At that point, you didn't know what was about to happen.
Right. You couldn't tell them why.
That's fun.
But now you got to call that person. Hey, honey, you're on the radio right now. By the way.
Yeah, right. It takes all the fun out of it.
It's not going to happen. Anything over there, B? Anything come out?
See, XL Mobile, powered by attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need a check. It's a no-brainer. Just call attorney Dan Newland. Let's see. Someone wants us to bring back the Tuesdays where people get to pick what topics we do.
Okay. You Tuesdays. Yeah. Well, the only reason we stopped that is that you guys stopped being creative. We would have to start coming up with topics because we leave it up to you guys, and then you didn't want to do it anymore.
Someone said, get rid of the first-time caller numbers. Literally nobody ever uses them when they call in, so we're really just wasting 40 seconds when they call.
That's not totally true. People bring it back.
I've heard people say it twice. I can remember off the top of my head, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the idea. It was fun.
Yeah.
But y'all got to use them.
Yeah. If y'all don't use them, then we might have to do that.
Someone said during Celebrity News, Ray, please tell them the person's name more than once.
I will do that.
Because sometimes they get last minute and they don't know who you're talking about.
I know. So that's an issue that I have. I'm
See,
sorry.
that's called a media tease. What we want you to do is listen to the podcast. See, we threw a little sample out there for you, and then you go, who was that? And we'll say, look at the podcast. No, I'm messing around. All right. We'll take all that in consideration. Sounds good. Go ahead. What's his name? Deani? We're going to hook you up. $25 gift card because he wants us to do prank calls, which we can't do anymore. $25. We're going to do that. We're going to talk about your nickname or preferred names. There's a teacher in trouble for that. We'll get into it on Johnny's House. 8:33, Johnny's house. Teacher in trouble for using kids' preferred name. Did you have a nickname or preferred name in school? We're going to talk about it on Johnny's house. $837. That's Chaperone Pink Pony Club. She's been nominated for the American Music Awards, and we'll give you an update on that coming up in celebrity news coming up at about 9 o'clock. 837, 87 on high, 72 and sunny. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a teacher that's in trouble because she was using kids, telling kids, or talking them in their preferred names, and parents like, whoa, hold on now. You can't be calling my kids anything that I know that you can call. So there's a little problem with that. There's teachers out there that are picketing and going to meetings, and they had to shut one down 3 or 4 times because I guess it was a very, when you're a popular teacher, they'll fight for you. Now, I was thinking about this. When I was in school, I had a preferred name and a nickname, and my preferred name was Sugar Hill, but I don't think I could have had a teacher But I'd have been really cool with that teacher if they said, "Hey, Sugar Hill, what's the answer to number 3?"
Oh, that'd have been nice.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I was like, okay, I can see, me and the teacher like, "Hey, Sugar, your homework ain't done today." I'm like, all right, I'm cool with that. And then as an adult, y'all know my preferred name would be Daddy Num Num, but ain't nobody trying to change that. At this
I'm never
point in the
calling
game.
you that.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I love you to death.
As HR, I don't think it's appropriate.
We ride, whatever you want to do, but I'm not calling you that.
That's my preferred name.
No, you tell me right now we're walking down the hall and we're quitting. I'm with you. We're going.
Yeah.
But I'm not calling you that.
That's always been my dream.
Right. Well,
That's going to be on Johnny's tombstone.
and this is why I pulled the covers up real tight when I shared a bed with him.
Yo.
You shouldn't have been in the bed in the first place. Ray, do you have a nickname in school?
No, I
Do
mean,
you have a preferred name or nickname?
well, my full name is Cassandra, and people call me Sandra, so that's like, I guess that would be a nickname.
Really?
Yeah.
Now,
but
what did teachers call you?
Sandra.
Really?
Yeah, Sandra.
Now you played sports. Usually, if you're on a sports team, you had a.
They called me Tino for my last name, Valentino.
Yeah.
So they call me Tino, or they called me Lashes.
Lashes. So
Oh,
what if you
that's
had a teacher
funny.
say Lashes, you're late again?
No.
That would be cool though.
No, it's funny because there was one of the reality shows. There was a girl named B Lashes.
Yeah.
And it's because she always had like these fake eyelashes on. But yeah.
Oh, but you didn't like yours. You didn't like that name.
Mm-mm. No.
Tino?
Tino.
You didn't like that one either?
That one was okay.
We should have just took your fake lashes off.
I don't have fake lashes.
Oh,
come on,
If
Tino.
I did, I would take them off and shove
Yeah,
them
man,
up.
your lashes are long. That was the first thing I asked
Easy.
when I first met you.
Tino's been a little tight since
Tino's
6 a.m.
a little testy. Testy Tino. That's what I'm going to call him.
Tino.
All right, Tino, you can leave. See, that would be cool, if a teacher called you
I
that.
mean, it's better than
Ooh.
Ratchet Ray.
Your radio name should be Tino Lashes.
Oh.
Nah. It's too much.
Let me tell you, back in the day, you wouldn't have the choice.
I know. All right,
did not have
Daddy,
I did not-
Daddy Num Num.
Daddy, you gotta say it like Daddy Num Num.
Daddy Num Num and Tino Lashes in the morning.
Oh, God.
Daddy says about 8:40 this I can go so many places with that.
Tell Daddy what the story
I
is,
know you
Tino.
call on. Daddy's listening. What's going on?
Yo, Johnny's getting in
Yeah.
Hey, Narice, you knew this. I've been talking about this for years. 4 years. Brian.
I mean, I had my initials always BG. People call me that
Yeah.
a lot. Just B. People would call me that a lot.
Yeah.
The nickname I had was Cornflake.
Cornflake. Cornflake, you're a little late today. Wouldn't that be cool? Cornflake, you're a little late today.
I would have thought it was cool. And
Yeah.
then they shortened it to Flakester.
Yo, Flakes.
Well, I had one friend, I had two friends named Jeff. One would say Flakester, and the other would say Word Up.
That's so cool.
Flakester, we know you're the smartest one in the room, but can you let everybody else answer Flakester?
My history, I think it was history or geography. One of the I think he might have done both because this was in middle school. He used to call me Grimes because I would always. His name was Mr. Frankenstein. That was his actual name.
No.
You can't be a teacher with that.
Right?
name.
How am I
You
supposed to walk
can't.
into that
You
classroom?
can't.
Me
You
with
can't.
Mr. Frankenstein in front of me.
You
Come on
can't.
now.
You can't. You're just like, please, can I get another class? This
Come
is
the hell on.
this-
I would love to sit in that class.
your first day is like, listen, we gonna have problems here. I'm gonna have to change
You
classes.
playing, right? You
Yeah.
playing.
You playing.
I thought he was kidding. I'm like, no, he wasn't.
No, he was
called me
not.
Grimes.
So it
all the
would be
time.
Cornflake, Daddy Num Num, and Tino Lashes.
Say it when you say nothing young as Daddy Num Num. You
I
gotta say it with some.
can't. I can't
say
do
it with,
that.
as Narice say it with your chest.
There you go.
Narice, what was your nickname?
No, I'm my close friends. They would just call me Reese. Just
Reese?
remove the N U and then just
Boring.
RYS. I know.
Reese.
And then my friends discovered that my name backwards is Siren. Which,
Siren.
But
Now,
like,
what if a teacher called you Reese? You thought it would be cool, or
yeah, actually,
yeah.
that'd be I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, we're homies now.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
you would think
know?
that. But I mean, the parents are not happy because the teacher was given their preferred name, which may not have been a male or female name.
got it.
I had a teacher that did that once. I mean, there's nothing.
Well, no, this person got fired. So,
Jeez, oh my gosh.
All right, I want to find out what is. Did you have a nickname back in the day, and what was it, and how did you get it? We're gonna hook somebody up with a VIP family 4-pack to check out the Valkyries. Volleyball game is happening Sunday the 27th. Look for high energy, nonstop action, family friendly fun. And if you want to go, we're gonna hook you up. This is the last home game of the season, so you definitely want to come out and support the team. We got a family 4-pack of tickets to that. 407-919-1067-877 919-1067 XL Mobile 41067 live stream social media. Your nickname? Did you still ride with it? It was back in the day. What would it be? Tell us about it on Johnny's House. Benson Boone, 845 in Johnny's house. They say 25 mile an hour wind gusts could be happening today. Otherwise, it's going to be nice. Sunshine and 87, 72 right now. Nickname that you used to have back in school. And if your teacher called you that, would you think it was a cool thing? We're going to hook you up with family pack of tickets to the last home game of the Valkyries. It's coming up on Sunday. Let's go ahead and talk to Brittany from Winter Garden. Brittany, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. What's your nickname?
There was 3 Britneys in my class in Spanish class growing up, so I always wore my hair in a top bun, and my Spanish teacher called me Cindy Lou Who for all of high school.
Dang! So you didn't give yourself that name; she gave you that name.
Yeah, I walked in. He goes, "There's Cindy Lou Who," and it kind of just stuck because we couldn't decide which Britney is which, so I got Cindy Lou Who, and it always stuck.
So you were cool with that?
And it's still my favorite movie to this day.
Oh, it's good that you were cool with that because I'm like, wait a minute, you're messing with my self-esteem. Cindy Lou Who?
No, she's cute, and it's a cute movie. So.
Okay, all right. You hold on a second. I've never heard of a teacher. Well, if you on a sports team, a teacher would, a coach would give you a nickname in a heartbeat. Yeah. From Lake Mary, Helen, good morning.
Good morning.
Nickname.
So, nickname is Cookie or Cookie Monster. When I was younger, I was named Cookie as just a nickname. My real name is Helen. My mom's name is Helen, so they kind of just gave me a nickname.
So wait a minute. Okay, Helen and Cookie. It's a good distance between those. Did you eat a lot of cookies as a kid, or?
I didn't. In fact, my mom's nickname when she was younger was Taffy. I'm like, where are we going with these names? But when I went to school, there was a math teacher, and every time I would walk into class, and he was great. This is in New York, though, at the time, he'd call me Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
So I absolutely loved this guy. He was great. Just for that, I felt, more comfortable in his class.
You just because of that, you know what? I'm gonna really try to learn in this class because I thought that person was pretty cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. You hold on a second, and going over to Claremont and talking to Stephanie. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. What was your nickname?
It's Speedy.
Speedy. And how'd you get it?
My first softball coach when I was 6 gave it to me because I was fast, and it stuck. I'm 42 now, and everybody that I don't work and isn't family still calls me Speedy. My best friend's kids, I'm Aunt Speed to them.
That is so cool.
Yeah, coaches, teachers in high school, when they first day of school, they would say my name Stephanie, and I'd raise my hand and be like, "Oh, that's your real name." Like, in all of my teachers and everything called me Speedy throughout school.
Really?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Now, did you take that anywhere on the track or anything, or just?
I didn't do track because it ran into softball season in high school, and I knew that softball was the way that I was going to go to college. So that's the way that I went.
So did you break the record in stolen bases or anything?
Did you do anything fast?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, Brian.
Well, I was a fast runner. So my first softball coach actually he called me Bones because I was skinny and I didn't like it. And apparently at 6, I told him not to call me that anymore. So it switched to Speedy, and it stuck for here we are.
So as a 6-year-old, you told an adult.
I did. I don't remember that, but my mom told me that, and I was like, "That's my personality still to this day." So
6-year-old, hey, don't call me that. Oh, okay, you got it. All right, you hold on a second. From Ocala, Timothy. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Johnny.
What's up? What's your nickname?
Okay, so they reference my name to South Park a lot, and they be like, Timmy.
Timmy.
That's what a lot of my friends do, and then my close friends they call me Tim.
Yeah, I know a lot of people whose name was Timmy hated that.
I know.
It was so easy.
It's so easy to do, and you couldn't help it.
You could.
It's like when we say Timothy Chalamet now. Chalamet.
All right, what they saying?
Jason said, try going to school with the last name Dickey.
Oh.
It was either Big Dicky, Little Dicky, Dicky-less.
Oh.
That's funny.
Wow. I was leaning towards Speedy until he wrote that one. Brian.
Let's see. XMO powered by Attorney Dan Newland. Interact. Need a check. It's a no-brainer. Call Attorney Dan Newland. Someone said that their nickname was Pidge. Because when they were little, they couldn't keep a secret. They were the carrier pigeon. So they were always spreading the news.
That's funny.
So they called him Pidge.
Ray was the person that hit over on social.
His name is Jason.
Jason, you got a VIP family 4-pack to check out the Valkyries. Their last home game coming up on Sunday. Ray, what you got?
The American Music Award nominees are out.
They are out, and we'll give them to you coming up shortly right here on Johnny's House.
No. Live from our Farrah and Farrah studios. If you've been injured, make it a Farrah fight.
XL 1067.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. XL 1067. Orlando's #1 hit music station.
Orlando, it's Johnny Magic. It's time for us to pay your bills and win $1,000.
Enter this nationwide keyword now at XL1067.com. Cash. That's cash.
Your chance to win $1,000 13 times every weekday from 9 to 9. Paying your bills. It's XL 1067.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so the nominees for the 2025 American Music Awards were announced yesterday, and
Okay.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar, if you look at it.
In the same category?
It just, no. If you just look at it, people like to put those two together
over,
now.
though. The feud's
I know,
done.
but I'm just like, okay. So anyways, Kendrick Lamar leads the pack with 10 nominations.
Okay. Nobody's surprised by that.
Yeah, followed by Post Malone with 8. Billie Eilish, Chaperone, and Shabuzi all have 7. So if you
Shabuzi
look
has 7 for that one song?
who?
Shabuzi.
Oh yeah, Shabuzi.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you look at Artists of the Year, we have Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, Chaperone, Kendrick Lamar, Morgan Wallen, Post Malone,
Ooh.
Sabrina Carpenter, SZA, Taylor Swift, and Zach Bryan.
That's huge.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that
is
is
hard.
That is tough.
Best
Wow.
New Artist, Benson Boone, Chaperone, Gracie Abrams, Shabuzi, Teddy Swims, Tommy Richmond.
Those are all good.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all good.
For Album of the Year, so this is the big one. Beyonce, Cowboy Carter, Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Chaperone, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, Charlie XCX, Brat, Gracie Abrams, The Secret of Us, Future and Metro Boomin, We Don't Trust You, Kendrick Lamar, GNX, Post Malone, F1 Trillion, Sabrina Carpenter, Short and Sweet, Taylor Swift, The Tortured Poets Department.
Now, how do they pick these again? It's not people. It's committee.
I'll look
I
it
think
up.
it is
Yeah.
committee.
Yeah.
I want to say this is committee.
Okay.
It's
I
too many
could be,
choices.
I could
It
be wrong
is.
though.
Well, it depends on who's going to show
I
up.
mean, now we want to know because after hearing that the Oscars didn't even watch the movie,
Yeah.
it's like, how are you picking these artists now?
Well, at least listening to a song only takes 3 minutes.
Oh
Those
my
movies
gosh.
are a little brutal. That's hours of your life.
Yeah.
Seriously. But the AMAs are going down Memorial Day, so that'll be
Oh.
Monday, May 26th on CBS. Jennifer Lopez is hosting.
Really? Is that fast?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So they were just announced, and it's coming up in a couple of weeks.
How do you know the artist can be there? I mean, you should give them, I guess they know the date.
I don't know. Well, I mean, these have been announced yesterday, but
Yeah, the date of the show has always been
So
around.
these are pretty legit. They're determined by Billboard and Illuminate based on fan interaction, streaming,
Okay.
album sales, radio airplay, tour
Okay.
grosses. So
Okay.
everything is kind of crunched together.
so expect Taylor Swift to win a lot.
Well, Kendrick Lamar
And
will
Kendrick
be up there
Lamar.
too, but he doesn't have the tour numbers Taylor has.
Yeah.
But he has the streaming numbers. So like they crunch it all together. I mean, this is the most legit way to do it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do you remember that terrible accident that Jeremy Renner was in with the
Yeah.
snowplow?
Yeah.
Well, he's got a book that's coming out, and it's going to be pretty interesting because he said that he writes about everything that what he went through word for word.
So he was writing it while he was going through it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
like as his recovery process and everything, he's like, I don't really talk about it, but it's part of my life every single day. And it's always a wonderful reminder of the strength of the human spirit and how fragile the body is and how badass it is at recovery. So he was just talking about how, like, his whole body was crushed.
Yeah.
It was a 14,000-pound snowplow
Ran
that
over him.
ran over him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
You get
he's-
a new appreciation of life when something happens and you realize that
When it was all
statistically, I'm not supposed to be here.
timing because his neighbor saw it. Otherwise, he wouldn't even have known. He would probably just bled to death right there.
Yeah, so he said that My Next Breath is what it's called. Officially comes out April 29th.
Now, I saw the movie the series that he was working on. They had to postpone Mayor Kingston, and he you can tell that he was
Really?
that he was injured or anything. He just came jumped right back into the role.
It's crazy because he was trying to save his nephew.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And while he saved his nephew, that's when he got ran over.
Damn.
You know.
Hey, life is short, man. What's trending? Get you updated again. We'll do that next on Johnny's House. 909, Johnny's House. What's trending again is up. Nerese, what you working on?
Yeah, we're going to be talking all things movies and TV shows.
3 minutes away, y'all. Just 3 minutes. Johnny's House. Nine 12, Johnny's House on a Thursday. Nerese, you've been working on it, so tell us all about it. What's trending?
Yes, to all my Wednesday fans, the new trailer for season 2 dropped, and right off the bat, you see Wednesday Addams nonchalant removing some concealed weapons like a brass knuckle.
Yeah, I saw that at the airport.
Yep. So clearly, this is going to bring in her signature dark charm.
Mm-hmm.
A live-action Toys R Us movie is in development. It's produced by Story Kitchen, which is a production company that specializes in adapting video game properties into film and televisions. And they've done things like Tomb Raiders and Sonic the Hedgehog, and now they're going to be doing Toys R Us. It'll be based on the iconic toy retailer, of course, and it's aimed to blend nostalgia with adventure while featuring Jeffrey the Giraffe as the central character. So
it's a movie about Toys R Us?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm over here thinking, like, is it going to be a documentary or something? But not enough information is totally out, so I'll keep you updated with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Disney Plus has ordered a pilot for the adaptation of the 1998 novel, Holes. So this is going to be quite different from the 2003 movie, because for starters, right off the bat, it's going to be a TV show and compared to a film.
Mm-hmm.
And also it's going to be a teenage girl, whereas last time it was Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
The premise is going to be the same, though. The teen is sent to a detention camp where the campers have to dig holes for mysterious reason.
Man, I love movies like that.
That movie was so good.
Was it
With
really?
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That's like a classic of like
Is it
our
really?
time. Yeah.
Man, I ain't from your time.
Oh. Well, now you get to get a new one from a newer time.
There you go.
This is really interesting. Kid Cudi is going to be coming into the movie scene. So he recently announced on social that he's going to be dropping a short film called Neverland. And it's going to premiere in the 2025 Tribeca Film Festival in New York.
Okay.
And eventually hit AMC theaters in June. But here's the thing. This movie Neverland is an 11-minute horror-themed music video. It follows a 200-year-old vampire introducing his new lover into her first feed. And it's also produced by Jordan Peele, Monkey Paw Productions. So you can expect some really good, wholesome horror.
So when you say short film, what, like 30 minutes, 20 minutes?
11 minutes.
11 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. And it kind of reminds me of The Weeknd.
Intense.
The Weeknd is kind of doing that too with his film.
Yeah, I thought he was a feature film. I didn't know it was a short film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the trailer the other day. It's weird. It is.
But
All
I bet
right,
it's good.
we were talking about this earlier today, and that's why you should always listen to the podcast about Pete Davidson spending over $200,000 to remove tats. Have you ever done it? We're going to get into it coming up on Johnny's House. That's Lady Gaga on Johnny's House. It is 9:19. We talked about it earlier today. Pete Davidson is spending over $200,000 to remove his tattoos. And didn't he say he's going to take, what, about 10 years to get them all?
It's going to take a long, I think 60 years is what he was saying. Like,
Good
if you
Lord.
look at it, if you look at it, because right now it's like 60 weeks to remove one.
If you were to crunch the numbers.
Okay. So, like Ray, you got a sleeve, or not a sleeve, but you got, okay.
Yeah.
So would you count that as one tattoo, or?
They would have to do it in segments. I don't think that they can do a full.
Yeah, I don't know how removal works, but yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily one tattoo.
Yeah, like Brian, you got your arm. So that wouldn't be considered one.
No,
I think
mean,
it's a section.
technically, yeah, but it's kind of like a section of.
Well, if you did one section, can you also do another one at the same time?
But
or
like
is
you
it
couldn't remove just this part, like as you had to remove.
But I've seen that thing. It's like a laser.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it takes 10 to 12 sessions for it to go away, for you to remove the tattoo. But in between those sessions, you have to wait 6 weeks of healing. So that's why it takes forever.
And it
I'd
depends
go
on
to-
size. Like
Yeah.
this would take forever, whereas like my little one over here would
Yeah.
take, a couple hours. Each
And he's
time.
covered.
Doesn't it also depend on the quality of the tat, or all of them are the same?
Yeah, no, I
don't. The reason I'm asking, I don't have tats.
I don't really
I've never
know,
had
but I would imagine color in black and just black line is different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But he's got them all over his chest, his
everywhere.
back, his neck, his arms, his legs.
I mean, I can understand, like he had one for Kim, and he said, okay, I want this one gone
Mhm.
because I don't want this to be a reminder.
I'm pretty sure he had one for Ariana too.
Yep.
Really?
I think so.
Okay, then say, okay, get this, but he just want them all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. So what would make someone want to remove? I mean, unless you have some memories, you can be caught in the moment and say, hey, let's get some tattoos,
Yeah.
and you get them, and something happens,
The only time that I would think that, oh yeah, I understand, because you get a tattoo because it's attached to a memory. And
Yeah.
I understand if it's like a traumatizing memory and you want to get rid of it. But the thing that I saw were people that were like part of gangs before, and they had like gang,
they're getting them now, boy.
and they get gang tattoos,
Yes.
and now they're trying to remove them.
Yeah, that's a hot one now because they're going right after tats.
Yeah.
From what I'm reading about Pete Davidson, it's because his don't mean anything is one of the reasons he wants to get rid of them.
Yeah.
He basically
Okay.
just said, ugh, whatever. And now he's like, man, that was stupid.
Well,
Because he was in a bad place.
Yeah.
So they don't all mean something.
I like for him and one for Kim. I'm like, okay, if that was me, I'm like, well, you know what? It didn't work, but I want to remember that time in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to get
That's how I
done.
feel about like mine.
Or if you're dating someone and it has Joe's booty on it and your name is Johnny, then I would want that gone.
Well, I could just add a couple letters and now Joe's booty becomes Johnny's booty.
Or he
But
could
I would
cover it
know.
up.
But I hear what you're saying, but I still, everybody else might see Johnny, but I still see Joe.
Oh, I mean, that's on you. When you buy a used car, you don't think about the person that drove it before. You just think, wow, I got a great deal on this car.
I know, but getting back to what you said, the license plate don't say this is that person's car every time I jump in it. You see?
And that's not going to say any more on yours either, because I'm going to switch the license plate.
I cannot.
We're comparing booties to cars.
No, I'm saying is I can see where you may not want it gone, but I would prefer you not have that anymore because every time I see your booty, I think of Joe.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I see what you're saying. My one of my stepdads. When I say my stepdad, I usually mean the one that was there the longest, because I consider him like the closest thing to a dad.
Yeah.
He had Peggy on his arm because that
Okay.
was his wife's ex name.
Okay.
He put a little really ghetto looking alligator over top of it.
Oh wow, that'll do it.
But neither one of you want to have any. And the reason I don't have any tats, right?
You-
You neither one of you want to have any removed.
Yeah, I don't
How many?
have-
How many do you have, Brian?
I mean, I have, I think, let's see, 4 on this side, and then this one is just a sleeve. But the top one covers one. So
Okay.
I instead of getting something removed, I just covered it. I
Okay.
had my artist
Okay.
come up with a way to cover
What
it.
was it?
So it was just a little statue thing that I got when I was 18 at Flea World.
That's so cool. I've never seen the top of your arm. I'm always looking at the
It's
bottom half
usually
of
under
your arm.
here.
That is so cool.
the
What is that?
cover-up-
Stars?
Yeah, it's Space Mountain and Epcot, and then that's the stars above Space Mountain and the moon over here,
Dude, that's so cool.
and then Gatorland.
I'm telling you, I always see like the bottom
The
half
bottom?
of Brian's arm because he's
Yeah.
only
Because I'm
wearing
never
t-shirts.
shirtless.
Yeah.
And
I can take my shirt off if you guys want.
Ray, how many do you have? See, Brian done lost 8 pounds. Now you want to walk around here with no shirt on.
Hey, I'm down 9 pounds, baby.
9
Red
pounds.
Mountain,
Next
let's
thing you
go.
know, Brian gonna come in here with some
RedMountainWeightLoss.com, baby.
I mean, I just have 11 on this arm, and then I have my sleeve and all that. I don't know. I think I have like 20 something.
But
I would
the ones
never.
I
I would never get any of them removed.
Okay. I want to find out if you have a tat and you've had it removed or covered up. And what was the reason you wanted to get it removed? I mean, you ain't got to get into detail. I'm sure something happened that you just don't want anymore. Normally it's a breakup or something and you made that happen. And I want to know how painful it is, because what hurts more, getting it or having it removed? 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, XL Mobile, 41067. Live streamers, if you have tats, we want to talk to you. Social media, you have them, want to talk to you too. But we want to call because we got questions. You had one removed or several removed. Want to know how painful it is and why did you decide to have that thing removed? Call us now. I want to talk to you on Johnny's House.
Come on. There you go. One more time.
Ariana Grande, this is Johnny's House 936, talking about getting your tats removed. And if you've done so, why did you do so? From Orlando, Jillian, good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you, ma'am?
I'm doing good. I called the other day and I forgot to get my first time caller number, so I wanted to say that today.
Okay. All right. We're going to give it to you real quick because people don't like us giving out that number. It makes them really angry.
Waste 40 whole seconds.
40 whole seconds.
Yes.
Clock is on. What we at? 18 seconds now?
It's 5066.
And welcome to Johnny's House, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. 5 years. Okay. Thank you. All right. So you got a tat?
Yes, I accidentally tattooed the wrong zodiac sign of my daughter on my foot.
Oh, no, you didn't.
How did you do that?
Yeah, I did. For some reason, I thought she was a Libra, but she's a Virgo. And I got the Libra sign tattooed on my foot.
How old was it? How old was she?
She was a baby when I got it done.
You got a baby tat?
No, she got it on herself.
Oh, you got it on yourself. I'm like, you got your baby
For my
tatted?
daughter, yes.
Oh, you got it. You got it for your daughter, but you got the zodiac
You just
sign
didn't.
wrong.
When did you find out that you had the wrong sign?
Yeah, for real.
I guess I was like looking into it, and then I'm like, oh, these dates are a Virgo, not a Libra, and it was too late by then. I looked up there for a few years because I'm like, I figure nobody really knows besides me. And then I got it covered up with our birthday flowers.
Oh, so you didn't get it removed?
No, I didn't get it removed. I got it covered.
You know what, Jillian? A lot of people were getting those Chinese symbols thinking they were what underneath it, but it was not.
Yep.
A lot of them. Somebody did a really bad joke and sent out this means water when it really didn't mean
Yeah,
water.
no, when I have one, but I had the kid in my class check it.
Oh, did you?
And he's like, yeah, you're good.
You're good.
So I'm like, cool. Like, before I went and got it done, I drew it and then took it and say, hey, make sure this says what I think it says.
Does
He
this say
said-
water? It says, no, it says dirt bag.
He said, you're good. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, Julian, don't be a stranger, and welcome to Johnny's House.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Be safe. All right. Let's go to Winter Park. And James, what's going on, James?
Hey, Johnny's House. How are you guys doing?
Good. What did you have?
So I've got a tattoo on my left ring finger.
Okay.
And
I'm assuming you're not married anymore?
Nope, I am not married anymore. So yeah, it's got to come off.
Well, then you can answer this one. Was it more painful getting it on or having it taken off?
Oh, it's horrible to get it taken off.
Really?
Just go pour hot bacon grease on any part of your body.
No, you didn't say bacon grease.
And that is exactly what it feels like. But luckily, it's on the finger, so it's about 10 seconds of just horrible pain. And then a couple hours of feeling like a bad sunburn. But yeah, you got to wait 6 weeks, and then they do it all again.
Now, did you leave a shadow or is it completely gone?
It's about halfway gone, and that's through 7 treatments.
And how much are treatments?
Well, you can buy them on special if you just go like the regular price. So just a little ring finger, it's $1,000 for 6 treatments.
Okay. I'm not sure I'm going to buy a tattoo removal on Groupon.
Actually, that's where I got my first one, though. Believe it or not.
Removal?
Oh yeah, but from a reputable place. You can find them on Groupon. That's where I got my first one. So it was like $200 for the first 6 sessions.
Okay.
Wow.
But the problem is you can't buy the same Groupon again because they won't do it on the same body part.
Got it.
Oh,
So that's when you end up paying the big money.
Oh, okay. That's smart marketing on their part.
I'll just cut my finger off.
Well, I think my ex, she did it one time and said nope and just got it covered up because it was just too painful.
Or I just got to find somebody with the same initials.
Yep. You're very clear. So I'm assuming you've been burnt by hot bacon grease before because you
I'm from the Midwest.
There you go.
Bacon grease.
Popping on you.
Yeah,
on you.
It happens.
It does happen. All right, James, you have a good day. Thanks for sharing that, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. And truck driver Brian, what's going on, man?
Hey, y'all.
All right. Where you calling us from now?
I'm in Orlando.
Oh,
One more day.
Oh, yeah, still packing your stuff up?
Yeah, I got it. It's done. I got to load the truck up.
Okay. All right. And so what did you get covered up?
I got a unicorn covered up.
And what was it?
I got it.
In your ankle?
It was no, right on my bicep, on my tricep on the outside. And I got it in the 80s because back then when you saw a unicorn, it meant good luck, So everything was cool. I was like, yeah, I got my unicorn. That was my
So,
first tattoo.
When you got it, did the tattoo artist say, "Are you sure, bro?"
No, she said, "This is beautiful," because I had it. It was colored. It was a yellow unicorn with a red hair and
you saw all
blue
that.
eyes.
You saw all that with your skin complexion.
Yep, everybody knows the blue eye. He had a blue eye too.
I'm gonna be real with it. He must have been amazing, but the artist there. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was good, but that was my very first one.
And what is it now?
It's covered up. Got a great big golf guy on top of it now, so you can barely see the unicorn. Just a little bit of his hair is sticking out on the side, but nobody even notices that anymore.
Okay.
Why not keep the unicorn though? It's mystical.
Yeah. Go in a bar and you get picked up by the wrong people. You want to get a ticket. My son saw it, and my son was like, "Dad, why do you have a unicorn?" He said, he said, unicorns are you know what, so I was like, oh gosh. So pretty much that year when my son said that, I was like, yeah, it's time to cover this thing up.
And
So
that's why
what I did there.
that's why the women went running to you, that truck driver, Brian. That's why. That's why.
No comment.
All right, brother. Be safe, man.
Thank y'all. Take care.
Bye. Brian, what's over there?
Unicorns are you know what? No, I don't. What, horses with horns?
Hey, I was smart enough to ask him, you know what?
Oh, I was begging him.
I didn't say
I knew
it.
exactly why he did it. I was like, take the bait, baby. Take the bait. XMO powered by Attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need to check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. Someone said they wish they could do it. They almost took a knife and cut it off their shoulder, but they can't.
Goodness.
And someone said they're getting one removed right now. So
hot bacon grease. All right, it's 9:43. Let's get out of here. 9:47, Johnny's house. We got to end the show right now. Ray is on the television. Oh, she's getting ready to be on television. So, Nerese, what you got going on?
I will be going to Aquatica today.
Okay, yeah, you got to shoot something.
Yeah.
For the big thing that we got going on there. Summer Splash that is happening on May 3rd. If you want to go, let me tell you, it is the XL is taking over with a couple other iHeart stations, and I think what was it? What 39? How much would it?
It's $35.99, which is a great deal.
You cannot beat that,
and it's a night party, so like it's not something you can do all the time. It's super exclusive.
Yeah, from 7 to midnight, right?
Yep, ride the rides at night.
DJs, music,
$35. Come on, y'all. Come on, join.
It's gonna be a good time. That's it. The cool thing is you can't do that all the time.
No,
Like,
you can't.
It's like a one-off thing, so you need to come check it out.
That's right. You don't have to stand in line all day, and it's gonna be a nice night. So please, if you want to join us, we'd like that to happen. Anything else, Nerese? That's it?
Yep.
All right, Brian, how about you, bro?
Oh, nothing. Just a whole bunch of radio shows to do. And then don't forget, we're giving away another $1,000 coming up in 12 minutes.
All right. Ryan Seacrest, yours. Take it. Have a beautiful day, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.
We ain't talked to y'all today, so bye. Bye. No, I never heard of that before. Look, that's Ray on TV. There's not one site. I just see them in random spots, and I order it on the spot on my phone. So they're from like literally all over the place. It's so funny when we talk to each other because you see all the animation, but you don't hear anything. Not going to the Magic game, no. I think Johnny's going. And I don't know about the Aquatica thing yet. Is the true answer. That's the one weekend in the next month and a half that I don't have something on the books. So I would rather just have a day to not do something, but we'll see. But Aquatic is fun, so. All right, bye.